What is up, lovely people? It is May here. Today we're going to review another lip product, and this time we'll be reviewing the 3CE Velvet Lip Tint. Now these actually already came out a while ago, as some of you know. However, this year 3CE or Stylenanda released 5 new colors, and since I never tried out any of the 3CE Velvet Lip Tints, I thought it would be really exciting to try these new colors out together. So let's go straight into the first color. We have 5 colors here, and they all range from a kind of deep coral to a warm red. So I'm really curious how this will look on my lips. So let's get on to the first color. So the first color we're going to try is called Absorb. I think this is kind of a deep red. It looks really red from the packaging, but more leaning towards a burgundy, which I can really appreciate. So it looks like this, got a little seal right here. I'm really curious as though how this will be based on finish. I wonder if it's really drying on the lips or not, as I've been having really dry lips lately, even though I'm moisturizing them properly. I think it's just because of the weather, and sometimes I'm not drinking enough and I can immediately notice my lips becoming dry because of that. So please drink enough water, your lips will thank you. So the dofer looks like this. It's a really basic dofer, not anything fancy I guess, but let's see how it looks on the lip. Alright, so I tried actually not to dip the dofer back to see if we can do like a full lip with only one dip or one coat, but to be honest, the coverage is really good. I really like this color. Staple reds tend to be like a hit or miss, but this is not too like fire truck red, but more deep I guess. So for me personally, I really like it. So that was the first color, Absorb. Let me remove this and then we'll go to the next color, which is called Gentle Coral. To be honest, this was quite easy to remove, so I'm not sure if it would be really long lasting, but at first it feels really soft on the lips, so it doesn't feel really drying. But like the name suggests, it feels really velvety and soft, but still has that matte finish, which a lot of you like. So in that case, I think the formula is really good. So let's try the next color. Here we have the Gentle Coral. This, based on the packaging, it looks kind of like a pink coral. I'm really curious how this will look on the lips. Sometimes it just looks... oh. The dofer looks more coral though. On the dofer it looks really coral. Let's see. Honestly, the finishing is so good with just like one coating. I did for both of these only one coat and it looks amazing. Even though this might not look as pigmented, I definitely think this is really pigmented, and I love the shade. I was kind of afraid it would turn out a little bit pinkish based on the packaging, but it's more towards a nude or even a brown, but definitely a coral tone for sure. This is such a pretty color. I love it. I'm so curious about the next one. Let's quickly remove this and move further. Oh, I can feel the dryness already coming on my lips from applying and removing these tints. So if my lips look a bit chappy, please bear with me. So on to the third color. This also looks slightly red but slightly coral, and I like both, so curious about this. This is the color Simply Speaking. Honestly, now I finally understand the hype about these. These are so buttery on the lips. It almost feels like applying a velvety balm, and at first glance they feel so good on the lips and not drying at all. It's just that my lips are a bit chappy already before, and then applying and removing this doesn't really help. But in general, these feel really good on the lips. So this is Simply Speaking. This does look a bit coral. This looks so pretty. I love this color. It's exactly as I imagined. It's a little bit in between a coral and between a red, which I both love, but I both can be very particular about. But I really love this shade. I was thinking when I used the previous shade, which was called Gentle Coral, I thought that was definitely going to be my favorite, but so far I like this one best. I think the color is so amazing, and again, this feels so smooth on the lips. I think I'm going to be wearing this very often. Wow. Alright, move on to the second last color. Now onto the second last color, and this is called Icing Coral. So again, a coral shade. I love corals, so I wonder how this is compared to the previous coral shade, which was Gentle Coral, I believe. So let's try this on. Maybe this packaging does look a bit more pinkish at first glance, but maybe when we check it over, it's different again. Yes. It is different. It definitely looks coral here. Here we go. Alright, so this definitely does have maybe like the slightest pink hue to it. It is definitely a bit more of a, as the title maybe suggests, a cold coral, and personally I prefer the second color, the Gentle Coral. This type of coral shade, which has a bit more of a cooler undertone, makes me look a little bit more pale, and I think I'm already pale enough, so I'll thank you next, that one. No, just kidding. I like this shade, but if I had to choose between the second one and this one, I would definitely go for the second one. So let's go to the last color now, and the last color based on the packaging is also the most red. So I'm going to remove this and then open this. Alright, let's go to the final color, which is called Enjoy Love, and this looks like a more deeper version, a more pinkish version actually. May have some more pink undertones to it than the first red color. Definitely looks a bit more pinkish, so let's see how it will look on the lips. Alright, so it is definitely not red at all. It is not pink either, and for me it is not coral either. I'm not sure even how to describe this color, but the good thing is I like it. It looks really pretty and I really like the hue of it, and I think this is the kind of color that will be often wear because you can use it very casually, but you can also wear it to a party or something. So I think this is the kind of color that if they were to make any kind of selection, this would be a good staple color to ensure it's something that I think would look good on anyone and would also be worn very often. So yeah, although I cannot exactly describe this color, I think it looks really pretty, and I think I'm going to wear this very often as well. However, I think my favorite color was definitely the Simply Speaking, and on the second place definitely the Gentle Coral. Furthermore, I think the first color was really pretty as well. I think out of all 5 new colors, those are my favorite. But in the end, I'm very happy I finally decided to try out these very popular velvet lip tints from 2CE, and they definitely live up to the name and the hype for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more K-beauty. And if you have any suggestions on what products I should try next, definitely leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!